Hey everyone, my name is Oleg. I'm from Ukraine and I am ex-pro player in Diablo 3 on hardcore. I've used to reach number one position in Diablo Progress and was holding it for quite a time, like for half of the year. And I've been one of the most successful players in Diablo 3. So also I've tried to play some seasonal and actually got some great achievements there. But generally, I haven't played hardcore or invest in some time since I guess 2016. So now with D4 release, I'm back to play, and well, I have some thoughts to share with you. Um, I want to apologize for my English level. I'm not a native speaker, but I'm trying to improve myself, and I hope you will understand me. So let's talk about the 1.1.1 patch that Blizzard is going to release next Tuesday. And I want to tell you why this patch is not going to change anything. So, well, main idea of the patch was to actually, you know, make up for the mistakes they made during the preseasonal patch. So they nerfed sorcerers a lot. They nerfed barbarians. They actually nerfed everyone, but I mean, like, those two classes struggled the most. So here they say they want to prove the effectiveness of sorcerer and barbarians while addressing the following for each class. So for sorcerer, we have like improved late game survivability, mostly through Paragon board improvements. A little spoiler, they actually did it. It's quite well. It's fine, and some class mechanics to move away from Kiss Curse effects to is where the player gains power but loses power somewhere else. Hmm. So actually, they want to remove those legendary aspects. I mean, to change them. Actually, like half of the aspects that sorcerer has is this kiss curse. Yeah. So we'll see. And about barbarians, like the main problem of the barbarian as a barbarian main, I can tell you that barbarians they lack damage. Like they lack damage heavily. So actually, the only improvement barbarians are in desperate need is to increase damage output. So instead, what do they do? So they actually do speed up the flow of combat in early game by increasing fury generation on basic skills. Well, I will tell you later what I think about it, and add late game excitement by increasing the power of unique items. Well, I will tell you. So, like improve builds that are not reaching a high power level. All right, that's cool. I like diversity of builds. So, and diversify the use cases for legendary items and other effects that are overly situational. Uh, maybe okay. All right. Like I mean, all right. Um, Okay, so starting with Barbarian. So they increased all the resource generators, like from like 11 to 13, from 10 to 13, from 2 to 3, Launching Strike. Okay, why is it actually is not going to change anything? Like this change for early game is slightly minor. Like you won't feel any difference. Yeah, it's like in numbers, it's like 30%, right? It's like more than um that's like 50%, that's like 20%, that's like less than 20%, but still like 18 and a half. But still, um generally when you need to put for a skill to like 40, you still need to do like you see, like if your skill costs 40 fury, you need to hit 4 times anyway. Like even if it's 13, it's still 4 times. And that's for me like the main problem. So let me add some music. Okay, so actually, like this is not going to change anything. I mean, like generally in terms of barbarians, it won't change their flow in the early game. Like I'm just saying, this is not the change we need. And they made a response on the community chat, like on the campfire chat or whatever it's called. They told us that they cannot increase more because in the late game, which is actually non-existent, but whatever. In the late game, this with the additional resource generation and so on, this is going to be kind of huge improvement, which is would be OP. But the main problem, like let me do this, but I'm not sure it will help. But I don't think you need to see me, like So what is the main problem? Like most of the builds are not using the generator in the late game. You use 3 shouts because there's actually no other way to generate fury constantly. And there's actually your main core ability, like your ultimate, or 2 utility abilities like ground stomp, leap, iron skin, or wherever, or Wrath of the Berserkers. So actually, you're never using those. Like only in some builds, like some niche builds, like Thorn Barbarian, he uses that, but Thorn Barbarian doesn't rely on Fury at all. So so that's actually a waste. Okay, so we're moving forward. Double swing increase, enhanced rupture increase. Okay, that's actually trash. Enhanced charge increased twice, but this skill is not being used. All right, so we have like some niche upgrades which are not, build creating. You're not going to play, Rupture build because they nerfed the aspect of Berserk Reaping, which is actually was the only way to play with bleeding build. And actually, the main problem about bleeding is that bleeding does not inflict any damage. Actually, like the amount of bleeding damage you do, compared to the critical strike, to the all of those, is like so miserable. Like it's insanely weak, so you're not going to play this. Okay, charge build is not actually playable for now, and of course thanks to the CDR nerfs. Thank you so much. Okay, about upheaval, this skill is just bad, you know just bad, so you're not going to use it. So like there's like only 2 good builds for like 3 builds, I believe, thanks to Vodijo. We have like 3 builds right now. It's Walking Arsenal. None of those are impacting. It's Whirlwind, which is kind of mediocre right now. It's not so bad as an Eternal Realm, but still it's not the Whirlwind we want. Whirlwind from D3, for example, and Hammer of the Ancients, and none of those contribute to that. So actually we need we need buffs for something we use, not something we don't use and won't use, because actually the mechanic and speed and everything else is just it's non-comparable to those 3. And Thorn's Barb also doesn't rely on any of those. So okay, passives, aggressive resistance. So this is cool. This is okay. This is really a good buff to survivability. Okay, I agree. Gushing Wounds. This passive is not being used by anyone. This is just shit. Like I said, no one plays Blitz. Like if you have a head on your shoulders, you're not going to play Blitz build. Okay, you know, the crucial passive for Berserking, cool for turns Barbarian, not being used by other builds. So just a trash, because like other builds either using Walking Arsenal or the one which Unbridled Fury, I believe, which is making your core skills cost twice as more fury but deal more damage. Walking Arsenal, yeah, this is cool. I mean, this build is still like niche, but still, it's a good update. About legendaries, like this one is cool upgrade for Hammer of the Ancients, but still it doesn't do anything. Like this is miserable. I mean, it's just not going to change anything in the gameplay of Hota Barb. Death Wish aspect, it's cool for Thorns Barb. Okay, like this aspect I've never seen anyone using. This is just a trash. So I don't care about it. Like no one cares. Aspect of Ancestral Charge. No one plays charge, so doesn't matter. Aspect of Burning Rage, which is okay. I believe not too. I did a mistake previously. It wasn't. It was a Berserk Reaping, I believe, not the Burning Rage. Okay, Burning Rage is still an aspect which only Thorns Barbarian does, so it's not. It's cool just for one niche build. Okay, this one. This one is only those two are actually were used by you know, Jumping Barbarian, but this this build is not working with new CDR, so. I mean, it's cool, but who cares? Okay, and the most fun part for me, you see the like unique upgrades, like come on, guys, like this is shit. This is just the bullshit. I don't even want to, you know, want to read it. It's actually like according to new new properties, it's cool for Turn Barbarian. Yeah, like Turn Barbarian is going to be fine because you get cooldown reduction and you just need basically reductions and basic damage, which is cool. So okay, this is an upgrade for Turn Barbarian. Like okay, I mean, like this one is, well, actually I believe maybe okay. Malignant is getting physical damage, which was completely useless, replaced with vulnerable damage. Okay, that's cool. That's a buff for our Whirlwind dual wield build. Okay, Hellhammer, not going to say anything about it. Like, come on. And Fields of Crimson, which is actually not being used by anyone. Okay, we're getting like damage increase on useless pool. Okay, like doesn't matter. And the main problem that they actually nerfed this sword because it had amazing rupture cooldown reduction effects, like which was amazing. You know, it allowed you with previous CDR have rupture like have rupture on uptime, so it's cool. And now we have like critical strike damage, which doesn't work with damage on time effects, which bleed it is. So I don't know. They this is for me. They don't play their own game. And the second thing, I don't want to offend anyone, but like I mean, I want to offend like those guys because I paid for their game, which is I believe created by some I don't know, programmers who are just, you know, trying to start learning something, and well, or by people who don't have any brain, you know, in their heads. Because like, why would you add this one while you have bleed, which cannot critical strike? Like, come on, guys. Like, all right, so like in a nutshell, Barbarian is not going to change in any way. Like it doesn't matter, like any change listed here is not going to do anything. So instead they should have reversed the change on the hamstring passive, like for sure. they should have actually make more basic damage on the skills, especially Whirlwind, um, especially Hammer of the Ancients, and they should have halved the cooldown on Wrath of the Berserker to make this skill viable, and well, actually, just improve some of the passives, because Barbarian right now is the least least damage class in the game, and it's just bad. It's just not enjoyable to play. It's just really bad. So with this patch, like they said, they want to just add late game excitement, but they're not adding anything. It's just like they all of those changes they made, they could have just I don't know, do something else. Like, this is a waste of time. All of those is a waste of time. It doesn't do shit. Okay, let's move to Rogue. It's my main right now, like in season. So they're buffing some skills which are not being used. Like, okay, like still it's all of those are not being used. Okay, this is irrelevant. This is irrelevant, so nothing. Okay, they buff Victimize passive, like Lucky Hit chance increased from 35% to 45%. Alright, no one uses this passive, like it's just you see, like 23% is just really, really low amount of damage. This passive is not being used, like who cares, okay? This passive got a significant nerf, because instead of just making it critical strike to proc the effect, it is now a lucky hit and not a 100% lucky hit. So you have to crit and lucky hit at the same time. So it's actually a really bad passive right now. You should just stick to momentum and use the aspect for healing. Well, you have 3 stacks, so this is bad. They should have completely reversed the change, because actually, like 3% of maximum life on critical strike against close enemies only, like close enemies. So, like Barrage Rock, Rapid Fire, or Penetrating Shot are not using this passive. So, even though like the Twist and Blaze Rock or Poison Tank Rock doesn't really rely on this passive, because it's just minor healing, so it's fine. Okay, Aspect of Elusive Menace. No one ever used that. Okay, Aspect of Quickening Fog. No one ever used that. So it's like you have enough CC from other things. Oh, by the way, about the Victimize, like you have an aspect on Rogue which gives you healing while you do those explosions, but this aspect is not working. So I just don't know. Like, I don't feel that Rogue needs any changes right now. I mean, generally, you want to buff them. I mean, in terms of having more survivability, because if Rogue invests into survivability, she loses or it loses DPS greatly. So you have enough DPS, especially with the poison build, but you really lack survivability. You don't want to, waste a skill on your panel for Dark Shroud or for Concealment or for, cult drops. Like, it's just not the way you want to play. So this does nothing. They have to revert the changes. They have to upgrade the to buff the passives for damage reduction, but alright. Like, Rogue is fine. I mean, like, Rogue is fine. Uniques, this is just a trash unique, so you're not going to use it, especially now, because, like, if you have, like, 1% brain in your head, you understand that to actually make your build work, like, for those who doesn't know, you have to stack main stat and all stats on your weapons, mostly, because you get the most amount from your weapons. So removing the all stats affix actually damages your paragon tree. So like your paragon tree is I don't know. It's you cannot run some nodes because they will have like the halved effect. So like, why would you do this? So that's bullshit. This whole unique is bullshit. I mean, like, who cares? This unique is just bad. So who cares? Fun thing that everyone actually, you know, like everyone was afraid that Druid is going to be nerfed, but instead they actually buffed him. Like in some way, they also increased in spirit gain, which is like the same situation to Barbarian. It actually doesn't change anything. I mean, like generally during the leveling, you don't care. In the end game, like most of the druids, they don't use the main ability, like the basic ability. Okay, so they are buffing summons, which are actually like non-existent. So no one uses them. You don't need them. Like, I mean, maybe some build, some niche build uses them, but this whole section is irrelevant. So they just wasted their time instead of doing something we need. Okay, for Druid, I don't think you need any changes there. Like, Druid is okay. Druid is more than okay. Like, it's in my chart, it's like number 2 class for now. So Druid is fine. Just leave him alone. So they actually even upgraded him in bear form by this aspect. Okay, they increased lucky hit chance on overload. Okay, this is not being used. Okay, they are increasing Balder, which is really niche build. So actually, Druid is fine. Like, you didn't have to do any work on him, but actually, okay, if you have nothing to do. Again, the most interesting part is Sorcerer, because Sorcerer, like, with new seasonal mechanic, Sorcerer are able to do some damage, but still, no one who wants to, to be in meta, no one plays anything but ice builds, like Blizzard ice shards or just ice shards. Like, other builds are just way too bad. So, what did they do? Okay, like, who would care? All right. Like, you're never using any ability. Like, why would you? Okay, well, maybe sometimes, but still, it's fine. Okay, fireball radius increased. All right, that's cool. Fireball critical strike damage increased. Cool. Um, okay. So, and some additions to lightning belt. Each time chain lightning bounces, deals 5% damage for its duration. Okay, so instead of bouncing off you, it's now bouncing and increasing duration, damage from enemies. And with aspect for more targets, it's actually a good bump for DPS. The main problem is that chain lightning has like 36% damage. It's just, way too low. Okay, this one is just bullshit because, well, this skill is not doing any damage. I mean, this, like, crackling energy actually is not being used in any build. I mean, as core in any lightning build, because it does not do any damage. Only utility it brings is to actually, to play as a CDR for your ultimate for unstable currents. Okay, Persevere's Mastery. Okay, yeah, this is cool. This is passive all Lightning Sorcerers uses. Okay. Estus Ferocity. Like, okay, like, I mean, okay. Like, doesn't matter, but okay. Combustion is just a bullshit. I mean, burning effects, like, what it was insanely stupid. Now it's just X 20%, which is cool. But about the main problem of the Fire Sorcerer, I will tell a little bit later. So, okay, Paragon. The node, okay, they increased the legendary nodes effect. Alright, yeah, that's cool. You actually don't really care about this one. This is just too funny. Okay, glyphs upgrade. That's cool. They actually increase some damage reductions and maximum life and so on. Like that's cool. The main problem is Paragon itself for sorcerer. So well, whatever. Okay, so we move to legendaries. Okay, serpentine aspect. You would not actually run hydras in any way. They're just useless. Didn't 12% damage. That's just the bullshit. Okay, Incinerate is a cool ability, but it doesn't do enough damage, and you're standing, at one place. Like, so you cannot move, and you're an easy target. So this ability should be revamped. Okay, Engulfing Flames. Like you see the most problem, like while enemies are affected by more damage over time than their total life, you deal increased percent of burning damage to them. I've never seen any enemy which had more than the like 2 3 4% of their life like as burning. Like it's not bleeding, it's not poison, it works different way. There's like a maximum amount you can inflict by the ability, which is stupid. You cannot stack. It's just always the same number. So this aspect is not working. So this is stupid. So like instead they should have, by this aspect they should have enabled like infinite burning. So but okay. Okay, aspect of three curses. Increase the critical strike damage of Meteor and Fireball by 24%. Double this bonus against healthy enemies. Yeah, this is the one we need for Fire Sorcerer. Okay, so this is insanely big buff. So on your two-hander, it's going to be like 60%, 40%, or I mean 80% critical strike damage on Meteor and Fireball, and like 160 to healthy enemies. That's huge. Yeah, that's really huge. Okay, this is build generating aspect. Okay, Flame Walker's aspect. All right, thank you. But lightning orbits around you and deals more damage. Yeah, it's cool. Instead of decreasing it, it's now doing more damage. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Additional chain lightning bounces increase from 2 to 4. Yep, cool. Recharging aspect. Each time, okay, so they nerfed it because they actually added more bounces. No, I don't know. Alright. Charged aspect. Okay, like, I mean, who cares again? No one used that. I've never saw them. Maybe some PvP builds, but I'm not talking about PvP here. PvP is just too niche, part of the game. So who cares? New legendary, which is actually really cool. I mean, this is a reworked pre-release legendary, which never was released because it was like 90%. Now it's like 27%, which is multiplicative, so it's a huge buff for survivability. Okay, as frozen orbit, I mean, like, okay, like no one used that. Storm swell, okay, that's cool, yeah, that's a big damage buff. Snow wield, just PvP related, no one cares. Incendiary aspect. Damage from your pyromancy skills has up to 17% chance to restore 10 mana. Okay, so just telling you like what is the problem, why this is a nerf, not a buff. Actually, before it was burning damage, so any build with Devouring Blaze passive and I mean, not the Devouring Blaze passive, with the enhancement. for your firebolt, uh, like we're able to use this aspect. Like myself, I didn't because I didn't feel I needed. Like Prodigy is way more preferable, but this one is like, I mean, it's fine, okay. But now it's only fire build can use this one, so well, it's a nerf. Okay, snow guard aspect, cool. Okay, thank you. And 3 seconds after leaving it, yeah, I like it. Concentration, well, 2 seconds might be fine, but still, it's just a big requirement for this. All right. And change to the unique, which is actually cool. Like, okay, we will see. Like, we will see. And chance to restore a resource is okay. I mean, like, it's a big buff for those gloves. So I think fire build will be existent after patch hits. Okay, so generally they didn't buff any ice build, ice build variations. They buffed some burning, but we'll see how it will be working. It's bad because obviously ice build also needed some upgrades because, well, devouring blaze passive is just not too hard. So, well, I like that they actually increased the damage of the burning skills, but actually lightning spells are not being too improved. So I don't think that it will change much. So it's like not generally it's not a big buff for sorcerer. Like definitely I agree that survivability will become better. That's for sure. Okay. Necromancer, which is in my chart is #1 class. It's the most OP class because you have insane summoner build with Ring of Mendeln. You have insane 2 variations of Bond Spirit Necro with two-hander and a new unique shield, and you have Infinimist Necro. So you have actually 4 builds which are able to easy clear tier 100, and like 3 of them can clear Lilith. So Necromancer is just a top tier now. Like if you want to enjoy the game, go for Necromancer for sure. So instead of like, I'm completely down to not nerfing anything, but just Necromancer didn't need any buffs, but now he gets them. So okay, Bond Spirit cooldown reduction increased. Like no one plays that, so whatever. Okay, this is for Shadow over Time effects, so it's for Infinimist. It's fine, like it's cool. I mean, like this is good improvement. Finally, they made something for the Sever. The main problem with this one was like critical strikes from Sever. While if you play Infinimist, you never take any critical strike chance. You never take any critical strike damage because it's a damage over time build, which is actually the opposite to critical strike damage. And they made this aspect, which is actually the most stupid move they could ever do. Like, I mean, not the most stupid because they did like thousands of stupid moves. So that's like top 10. I mean, alongside the hamstring passive for Barbarian. Okay. Yeah. So that's a big buff for Infinimist. You can just actually play like a variation of Sever, like the Infinimist build and the Sever Mendeln build, which is cool. This is a big buff, yeah, for sure. I'm not sure it's been used. I mean, but we will see. Like it's a big buff because instead of just doing vulnerable with bone skills, it's now just vulnerable. So you can hit with any spell and get additional essence regenerated. That's cool. Okay, aspect of decay. Okay, so it's Infinimist. Aspect of torment. Like, come on, guys. Like they really needed that. Like that's you see that's flat like 4.5 times like 4.5 times buff, like, and on max proc it's like 6 times buff. Like, are you kidding me? Like really like Necro needs that. I mean, this is going to be a huge aspect for sure. Okay, Hulking aspect. Like, doesn't matter. Like, if you use a golem, you're stupid. Just saying. Okay, unique. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, intelligence affix with. Yeah, I agree with that. I really agree with that. Minions. Yeah, this is a big upgrade because minions are really stupid. Okay, so actually, Necromancer got the biggest amount of buffs actually, like among other classes, which he never required. But like, okay, like I'm down. Like it's for me. Like it's always better to to buff someone and to buff some class which is worse to buff them more. I'm sorry. So like it's fine. I hope Rogue and Barbarian and Sorcerer will get some more buffs. I mean in the future. Okay, the biggest update of this patch, in my opinion, in opinion of more or of some famous content creators, we're increasing monster density in Nightmare Dungeons and in Helltide. That's well, that's roughly 50% according to screenshot that they posted. Well, it's still not enough, you know. It's still not enough. But thanks for that. Like I mean, like generally, just thanks for that. And coming to the first week of the release, they are actually reverting the change back to the first week because when first players were were taking level 100 in the first few days, they had the same density we're going to get now. So actually, it's not an improvement. It's a reverting the change they made because they're trying to gate players to not reach level 100 because on level 100 you don't have anything to do. There is no end game in this game. So okay, bosses above level 60 will have more healths. I don't think. I don't know why. I mean, just why. Like, bosses are the most annoying and the most useless mobs in the dungeon you can face. So, like, why would you actually increase their health? Like, they do no damage, their mechanics are not designed. Like, it's actually just to increase the duration of your clear, which is bad. We will we will actually have the duration increased, you know, because of density. So okay, like I don't care. I mean, my rogue wouldn't feel that, but still. Okay, bosses and events. Well, 35 bosses, boss monsters. I will have a 100% chance to drop a legendary item. I hope this is not overlapping other items to become legendaries. It's just you know, like one is 100%, others are rolled. So if it's like that, I'm fine. Treasure goblins, legendary item drop starting at level 15. Cool. Legion events are now more rewarding and guarantee legendary item drop starting at level 35. Okay, I've done like 5 of them. Like I have 5 level 100 chars characters, like, and I completed like 5 of them. They're not rewarding. They don't give any good XP. Like, and they take too much time, you know. So, and sometimes you can even fail them. I mean, with sword chest. I mean, all right. Like for someone, okay. Like it's cool. It's like you know, better than nothing. So okay, thank you. Okay, General, we have made multiple improvements on how damage and other effects interact with active barriers. Okay, that's mostly PvP and the Nightmare Dungeon affix with barriers issue. Like, okay. Cheat death effects. Okay, okay. Warshan will now break. Okay. And the cost for refunding skill. Yeah, this is cool. Make them free, please. Like you have insane amount for rerolling items. Like make the button like revert everything. Like I mean like refund everything. Like you have it on the skill tree. and for Paragon board, not the like Scroll of Amnesia or something like that. No, just make a button. Like, come on. And okay, like I mean, it's not going to change anything, but okay. We'll increase the stack limit for Elixir from 20 to 99. Okay, I mean, why not 3 nines? All right. Additional stash tab uh, for like 400k of gold or something. Like, I mean, we all know the issue. Okay, so I'm not going to stop here. Like, just amazing programming. We restored the cast time for leave dungeon back to 3 seconds. Okay, okay. Um. So Caged Heart of Spellbreaking. Okay, about Malignant Hearts. Like the main issue that they have, like we have this Malignant Heart. I don't remember. I don't remember the name. The one which shifts you bonuses. Like first problem. Uh, it counts all the kills of your party, and 20 kills is just not enough. And instead of cycling the bonus, they should actually give you the bonus for like, I don't know, 30 seconds. So this way you will actually have all the bonuses active and make this heart desirable. Because right now I'm just dismantling them because it's a trash. You never, you can never use them. That's a worst heart. And well, there's like, I can make another video about Malignant Hearts, like explaining for every class. If you want, just make a comment. I'm not expecting a lot of views here, but like if someone would be willing to hear me, like my thoughts on this, so please write in comments, please. Okay, so all right. I mean, taking amount of damage. Okay, so it had. Elemental reduction, so I mean like the stat which doesn't work in game, so that's just insane. Okay, temerity now, like they say, like now properly accounted by conditions checking for the player having a barrier. Okay, so I don't know what this means like exactly, but there's like a lot of bugs with barriers in game. I don't think they work properly. They work like they should be, and like if it's now based on maximum life, which is which should have actually been scaled from maximum life, but whatever. I mean, all stats effects with max life. Okay, yeah, I agree with that because like 18 all stats is just miserable. So yeah, temerity is a top tier item. I believe everyone will be using this, like even classes which don't have healing. Okay, so there's like a lot of bug fixes, a lot of dungeon fixes, which are still like not all of them actually listed here. Like there's like a lot of things which are not written here. Okay, there's like a lot of gameplay bug fixes, which is, I mean, okay. Like I never experienced this one, but okay, this is cool. This one is really oh yeah, and fixed an issue where the aspect of berserk reaping wouldn't cause targets to bleed with berserking. Actually, it's not working. This one is not working properly. I mean, it's not working at all. Okay, rogue. Okay, I mean, all right. Okay, so okay, general. General, like what's important here? Note provide we start boosting. All right. Monsters. Okay, this one was huge for me in tier 100, like because those bastards were teleporting on top of me and just one-shotting me. Now it won't happen, I believe. Tusked Charger. Okay, still damage spell. Okay, yeah, that's a big one. Of course, spawn enemy wouldn't attack the player. Okay. Oh, my juke monster was more difficult to defeat than Nintendo. Yeah, that's true. Like on level 63, like in the Eternal Realm. Like I tried to kill him like 5 times. He was really strong with his vampiric, like insanely strong. Okay, quests. Okay, finally this fury against fate. Like, that's so stupid. Okay, like 2 months into the game, and we actually get the like one of the easiest quests. I mean, in the game for renown actually fixed. Thank you. Okay, season. Fixed an issue where the prudent heart malignant power would not trigger while mounted. Cool. Fixed an issue where dark dance malignant power could behave as if player was damaging themselves, which could apply. Okay, yeah. This one was my problem. The build I was using, it was like the Rob's Twisted Blades Poison Rogue. He was suggesting this Malignant Heart, and I was always vulnerable while I was using this one. So that's just. Oh guys, oh my god. So this is insane. Like finally they're fixing this. Like only it's like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks into the season they fix one of the main aspects. Okay. Barber Malignant Power would absorb damage from all other players and not just the player with is equipped. Okay. The main problem with Baba is that you actually not doing damage. So instead of just like absorbed by your target, do like all of your abilities are doing one damage, and the rest is absorbed by your target. This way, all your vulnerable effect, your lucky hit effects, your snapshots, everything you do, your bleeds, your poison, your DOT damage, which is applied on target, like bleeds and poison, they don't work good with Barber, because actually my rogue can manage to feel the full boss health in 1 second with poison damage. But if you have a Baba equipped, it wouldn't trigger. Like it would deal damage which is actually meant to be dealt during the time of the Baba. And then, when effects fades, you don't have any excess damage left on the boss. So please change that. This is my main issue with this heart. Okay, so that's at least something. But still, this heart has to be revamped. I mean, make it proc vulnerable. Make it proc your effects, which are based on when dealing damage. And it's actually if it's like killed by your core skill, you do something, it's not working with Barbara as well. So this heart is broken for now. It's really strong, it's overpowered, but just change it. You can make the damage less, but please do the changes which will allow some classes to play, especially barbs and rogues, mostly. Okay, Scroll of Amnesia. Alright, I'm not going to do the last chapter. It's just insane. And there was a change I've missed, I believe. Okay, just a second. Oh yeah, dungeons. Yeah, I have skipped all of the dungeons. Okay, so actually they're removing some of the affixes from the dungeons. I cannot really see where is it. I mean, maybe I'm an idiot, but I mean they are. So I just can't find it here. Okay. Oh, okay. This was the issue. Yeah, I was referring to. This resource burn affix applying from close enemies and not just with distant enemies. Yeah, so everyone was close. Like I mean, everyone was distant, and it's the problem with the close and distant. Like the game actually cannot process the real distance, which is making like a difference between distant and close. So it works not just with resource burn. It works with your close damage reduction. It works with some of the passives. So like they have to just delete the system or code it like 10 yards from you is close, like 10 and more is like distant. So okay, and they are actually, yeah, so they are removing resource burn, code enchanted, and backstabber. Backstabber is the stupidest stupid. I'm sorry, stupidest affix because of one reason. Actually, it wasn't working like a backstab. It was working on like half of their attacks. So okay, I'm happy they removed this one. And obviously, resource burn is just the most annoying and impossible affix you can play with. And Cold Enchanted, well, since your resistances are not actually in the game, like you have the stat but you have no value, so it's cool. Like I would completely delete all of the elemental damage for now. Like if you cannot fix it until season 2, like okay. Um, I would actually also remove the Lightning Storm one because, well, it's the most stupid, the most anti, ARPG affix you can get, like which slows you down insanely, and some of the affixes like Death Pulse, it's just stupid because it works of any mob, even just just a little spider, and it's not based on the enemy's health or damage they suffered. It just deals a lot of damage, so it just have to be revamped or just deleted. And this rolling boulder, like Stormbane's Wrath or whatever it's called, yeah, it's like Stormbane's Wrath, yeah, Stormbane's Wrath. I'm sorry. So well, it's just one of the most annoying affixes. All others are, I mean, they're okay. Like I'm not seeing any suppressor affix changes, which is stupid because this affix is broken, still broken. It's not counting your damage on time damage if you leave the suppressor, which is stupid because you have it applied, then you roll out and you see like there's no damage left on the enemy, so it shouldn't be working like that. Okay, so that was the, like, maybe it was a long video, but it's a full recap of the patch. So thank you for watching. I'll try to post videos, sometime. If it's going to be interesting for at least someone, because well, for me it's practicing some talking English. I hope I don't sound bad. I mean, like you can recognize what I say. Well, my accent is just Ukrainian accent, so I'm working on it, but it will take time, I believe. And well, I want to make this game better. I love, like, for everyone like who will tell me like, why do you criticize the game, and like, why would you play it, continue playing? Because I love Diablo. I've spent half of the year farming goblins with magic find sets for 16 hours per day because I had a goal. I wanted to become the best. I like you had this ability because, well, actually you had the auction house which you could trade and get some insane items, and well, this is just Diablo. So yeah, I like this game. I love the franchise. I like the atmosphere. I've played Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, like Diablo 2, Diablo 3, like for thousands of hours. and now I want to play Diablo 4. I haven't tried PoE. Like, I mean, I'm not as experienced. I would love to, and I will definitely try PoE, but I'm a noob there because I've never tried it. So about Diablo 4, well, this game, I enjoy the core gameplay. I mean, the how spells work, how everything actually works together. But I hate a lot of things in Diablo 4 I would actually like to change. So please write in the comments, like I can create a video where I will like make list like what systems in game Blizzard should change to make a game better, and what actually they should change in Malignant Hearts system, like what they should do with economy. Like there's like many things you can change in this game, which I as a player with like tens of thousands hours of experience, I can suggest, and I can make arguments for them. Like, I mean, I can explain why this should be like that, like, and why is it good, not bad, and it won't break a experience of players like who are not playing the end game. Like, the main goal, as for me, for Diablo 4 is end game, which we have none. So adding some end game mechanics or improving some of the mechanics would not affect those guys like with full-time job, 15 kids, and who plays 2 minutes per day and says it's cool, like high Reddit. I mean, like it wouldn't affect them at all. So like why just can't we make the game better for those who want to play the game? Like I'm planning on playing this game for at least like 5 seasons, maybe 6 seasons. I'm like I'm in desperate hope that this game will become better, that Blizzard will actually change something. But for now, this whole patch is not going to change anything. Like they hadn't. Um, they haven't actually needed to do this. Like I mean, the patch is irrelevant. Like it won't change anything except what one this line. So this is important. Like you can make bug fixes and so it's cool. Yeah, that's what you should do. Not this. Like it's not doing anything. Like it's like bro. Like come on. Like I don't see any major buffs except maybe this aspect. Free curses. Yeah, this is huge. Yeah, and buffs for necromancer are cool, and this line. So this is what we know. This is what we need, and it's not just we are increasing monster density. We are tripling. We are quadrupling. We're like making 10 times more density. Like make more density. Like make some good repeatable content like great rifts, like wherever, like random generated dungeons, like with no, like with the system of a rift, like no backtracking, which is killing the game for me, like no slow leveling, make the leveling last 10 hours, like add some goal to players who want to play your game, who actually who actually enjoys it, because I still enjoy it. Like I hate this game, but I enjoy it in the same time, because actually it's a Diablo, and like my rogue is working perfectly, my barbarian is working perfectly, my mage is not working. So I mean, like my barbarian is not working at all, but I mean, like I see the way how I can make him work. But whatever. I mean, there's still like a huge room for improvement, and if Blizzard are willing to, like, so they can do it. Anyways, that was a long video. Thank you everyone for watching it. I'm still like half of the light person, but yeah, I hope to see you again. Like, I mean, I hope it will be viewed by at least someone. So it's like 1 hour video. If you need some gameplay, you know, like in the background, I can make it with gameplay, but I thought that like just seeing the gameplay changes like written would be preferable for viewers, but like we will see. Okay, so bye bye. Thanks everyone for watching. Like, I hope to see you again. Have a wonderful day.